Well, by golly, looks like somebody got a little trigger happy on the eject button. Well, I started it all over again. Take two. Ain't that a kick in the britches? I wasn't ready to end it. Something went wrong with the first event before I was ready to end it. Couldn't get back into my own dang chat. Now, ain't that something? Tried to reopen the old chat, the first one, and said I wasn't allowed back in. Hmm. That I had been ejected by someone in the chat, and there was only one other person in there with me at the time, and that was Andrew Hondo. Don't know if it was an accident or on purpose or what have you, but I don't know. Sometimes things like that happen. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was an accident. Hell, it was my 50th birthday, and I wasn't ready to quit live streaming, so I just went and created another live stream. Yeehaw. That's just the way I is. There was an unwelcome individual into my first event, and by golly, I ejected him. Then I blocked him. But I don't want to go dwelling on anything negative. Don't want to be mean or ornery. But by George, whenever something like that happens, like I say, why dwell on the negative? Give the benefit of the doubt where it's due. Until you find out otherwise, for sure and positive. All I know is I opened up another tab, another window to go fetch a link for this site. Stalking Wolf. You know, Stalking Wolf, from all appearances, I was kicked out of my own live birthday event by my guest. Now, I don't know if it was an accident or if it was on purpose, but somebody that he invited was not welcome on my channel, and I ejected that third person. And next thing I know, I got ejected. Couldn't get back in to open up that original live event. So I started my 50th birthday live event, take two. Yabba dab do. You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I swear. It's a mess sometimes. Hello, Truth Freeze. Truth Freeze. Boy. Thank you, Truth Freeze. It's been one heck of a birthday. I'll tell you. uh, you know, I ain't gonna let nothing ruin it. Ain't gonna let nothing ruin it. Just put the hammer down and drive on, buddy. Just put the hammer down and drive on. Oh yeah, that's nifty. Now you're 50, ain't that nifty? You know, I seem to have heard that somewhere some years ago. Maybe I read it on a meme or something. I don't know, but it seemed like that saying, you know, it came from long ago and somebody brought it to the internet. But yeah, I'm amazed that I lived this long and got through as much as I did in one piece. Whoa, howdy. I look back over the years and I think about some of the things I've been through, and I'm surprised. Old German saying I'm fond of. I say we get old too soon, and I can't speak German too well unless I got a pronunciation key. But Truth Free says it's an old German saying he's fond of. There's a lot about the German culture that I really like, especially the food, the beer, and the women. I swear. But as I said, you know, I put there in that video description on my original live event. I went back and I looked at it. I remember when coffee cost a quarter down at the general store, but a burger in my day was at the lowest price was about 75, 80 cents. Uh, as best I can recall. 50-cent hamburgers. I think there was a burger joint or two over there in South Oklahoma that had hamburgers for 50 cents. They might have been. I don't know. I just a little shaver back then. Never did buy very many hamburgers. There in my hometown, we did have a little cafe for a while, but by golly, Gimp Geek, how you doing? Thank you. Gimp Geek says, Happy 50th, Mountain Man. Just had my 50th on the 1st. Well, we was just a few days apart there. Yeah. Oh Lord. Gimp, did you ever get your microphone situated and sorted out from the last time you and I were on a prepper action? There he is. There's my moderator, my channel moderator. Thank you much, prepper action. I sure appreciate it. One of my two channel moderators, Grit Biscuit, he's a channel moderator now, and so are you. And I think I went back through and we got 7 watching, 1 thumbs up, 1 thumbs down. I imagine I know who them thumbs down are from. How's that fire still holding up, preparation? Oh man, I think about that. I ask people from time to time how their fire steels are holding up, and if there's anything that goes wrong, send it back to me. I'll even refund the postage, and I'll fix it or replace it. Preparation says it is awesome. That he loves it. Well, I'm grateful to hear that. I've just about got that big fire steel order filled. I got 2 more fire steels to set in the deer antler, and I've got about 7, maybe 8 pieces of magnesium to cut, and then I'll get that all out in the mail to Mr. Bruce. Yeah, I swear. Yeah, that's 9:50 p.m. It's still early. So I figured I'd just fire up another one of these chats, name it Take Two on my 50th live birthday event. So, given the shenanigans that went on a while ago. Hey, Betty Boo, how are you doing? Well, there's one of the sweetest women on the internet, by golly. Got a heart as big as all outdoors. By golly. Yep. How's your daughter doing, Betty? Betty Boo Brown. How's your daughter been doing? She'd crossed my mind a whole lot over the past few months since she's been sick and all and going through them treatments. And I just wondered about that. Been concerned if she's getting better. She's not doing good. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry to hear that, Betty. I hope she does do better. Hoping and a praying. Praying and a hoping. You know, it's a hard thing to go through what she's going through. Uh, oh, Lordy, Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, we got 7 watching, a thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. I know who these thumbs down are from. Know all about that. It's not wanting you to comment. Okay, we'll see if we can fix that. Quick draw 0331. Let me see. There's well, the chat is not wanting you to comment. Like Google is having some kind of glitch or something. Thank you, Quick Draw. I sure appreciate it. I do believe that back there, whenever you commented on videos before, I went back there and I'd click on that little drop down menu and it said always approve comments from these users. And the slow mode is on and it only allows comments every 1 minute, every 60 seconds. That's what it is. You see, I have trouble keeping up sometimes when people get to commenting too fast. I miss them, so I had to enable the slow mode in order for me to keep up. I know that sounds bad, but I can only read so fast, and with this one eye, it is a bit difficult at times. But if you comment and then you wait 1 minute, exactly 60 seconds, it'll let you comment again. I think somewhere down here, where you type the comment in, you might be able to see that slow mode is on, and it won't even let me comment faster than 1 comment per minute. Yeah, I remember one night I had some troll that come jumping in the chat, and he was cutting and pasting comments, both insults and slinging dirty stuff all over the place. And we didn't have slow mode back then, and I couldn't catch him too awful quick. But it's nothing against anyone. It's more or less for me to be able to catch everyone's comments and acknowledge them. You know, but no, Biddy, it wasn't. It took me for a second to figure it out, but it's that's what it is. The slow mode is on. And I look back there in the control panel or the control room, and where it said enable slow mode, comments delayed every 60 seconds or every 1 minute. Oh boy, it's a sight sometimes whenever something like that happens, and it kind of threw me off there for a second. I'll refresh that page. I was told the story now about how my eye got shot out. The first time I ever fired a firearm, it was my dad's old Dan Wesson, nickel-plated Dan Wesson 357 Magnum, and he put his hands over mine to help me control the recoil and all. And he told me that I was going to be doing the aiming and the squeezing of the trigger. Oh man, I just seemed to me like I look at myself in that watch page out there with that hat off, and it just don't look right. I just don't look right without my hat on. Seems like. Thank you, Betty Boo. And I do sincerely hope and pray that your daughter gets to feeling better and doing better soon. Is that, the CBD oil? Has she kept that up? If not, then that may be something to consider. It's just, I try to think about those solutions, and I ask people, are you keeping up the treatments with this or that? If it's herbs or oils or something like that. It's a mess. Well, she says she did, but it don't. She doesn't. Betty don't know since she moved. She moved away. Lord of mercy. I do hope she gets to feeling better and doing better, because it's. I know how it is whenever somebody you love is ill and they're they're suffering, and things get better after a while, and then they go back downhill again. But if you get to talking with her, and you might want to ask her about that. She's been trying not to make you worry since you oh, you're just now getting over pneumonia. Oh my lord. I had that pneumonia once, and it was a booger. It took me about 2.5 months in the middle of winter to get over the pneumonia. And I was hosting a live event with Bro Lance, and there was, I think, Hick Billy Hermit and a few others that had that was there in a live event with me, and I kept having to mute myself because I was coughing so much. And those doctors gave me steroidal tablets to take, and then had the inhaler and antibiotics. It was some kind of viral or bacterial pneumonia. They said it was a booger to get rid of. I'm glad you're getting over it, though. Well, Betty Boo, you know as well as I do, if you're a parent, you're going to worry regardless of what the child tells you. I was a I was a stepdad to some really wonderful kids at one time, and I wish I could have hung around to raise them, but I just couldn't live with their mama no more. Old Betty says that pneumonia has kicked her butt, was passing out left and right. Fevers were so high, scared hubby to death. Yeah, well, he loves you. That's why he was scared for you. And, well, you already know that. Yeah, I'm just grateful that you're getting over it, and it's in its passing stages. You're getting better and you're getting stronger. Have you some homemade chicken soup. Stay warm and tucked in, and you'll be stronger. Back on your feet, full strength, full steam ahead in no time, I'm sure. Jason C. Thank you, Jason, for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. Well, that pneumonia didn't make me pass out, but it sure made me miserable as I could be. It was a sight. I didn't know what in the world was wrong with me. I think I might have had it twice, and it felt like my lungs were full of mud. And I stayed out in that trailer the whole time, and I just didn't have no medicine, didn't go to the doctor. But you know, oh Betty, you're very welcome. You're a very dear lady, and you deserve all the best. I You deserve all the best, good health and all. Jason C, what did you miss? Well, I got that. Part one is either oh, one good thing came out of the sickness, you quit smoking. Well, that right there was that was definitely a good thing. Jason, part one is probably already finished processing. I'm not sure, but let me see. I can open up the Creator Studio in a different tab, and I can tell you right quick. It ran for, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 hours. We got let me see here. 19 thumbs up, 4 thumbs down. Somebody retracted their thumbs up, huh? Well, they can just bite me. How's that? Oh, Lordy Lord. I swear. It ran for an hour, 55 minutes, and 6 seconds before I was ejected from my own damn chat, from my own damn live event. Like I said before, I don't know if it was an accident or if it was intentional. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. See, Jason said I did see it listed, but saw this was live. Yeah, that other was live for a while, but yeah, like I said, don't know if that other. I invited someone in, and they decided they was gonna go ahead and boot me out of my own chat or whatever. I just, like I said, well, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt and say it was an accident. I'm gonna try to add a thumbnail to that. All right, custom thumbnail, because I just don't like that dark looking screen. So I'm not really able to look at the the chat there. Oh boy. And for the moment, I'm not able to look at the live chat out there on this current live event. So I'm over here adding a thumbnail pic to my current past live stream. I'm looking for, all right, let's see if this will work. My life philosophy type thing. I think maybe that'll work. Looks like it's going to fit frame real good. Be ambitious, get shit done, do well, eat well, keep your priorities straight, keep your mind right, your head up, do what you love, love what you do, and press on. By golly. Now, let me see. This thing's being stubborn. Let me see here. Go over here to my downloads and see what I can see. Open. Okay, save changes. Now I'm back over here. Some background tunes, huh? Well, let's see here. Chat lag doesn't seem to be in real time. I set it for optimized interaction. I tried to optimize it a little bit. Oh yeah, Jason, I did have that set for slow mode so I could keep up with the comments. Sometimes people get to commenting so fast, my old country eyes just can't keep up with it all. It gets my eyes all cattywampus and cross-eyed, and I get to saying, "What? Y'all slow down a little bit. This country boy can't keep up. I can't read that fast." Oh boy. I think maybe it took that time. I hope. Looks like it did. Yep, there it is. I think maybe I'll do the same thing with this one. Oh well. I there's people like to, get a thought out whenever they have it, and hell, that's me. Sometimes I goof up and I comment before a video's over, and I end up having to edit, add something into it, go back, edit my comment. And then sometimes if this dang keyboard, the keys on the computer kind of, if I don't press real hard, it don't, that key don't make contact with the motherboard, and I end up dropping an R or a U or a P, and then I have to go back and I just shit have to deal with the aftermath later. Oh, Jason. Yeah, sometimes that stop sign between my brain and my mouth, just sometimes I think somebody's done pulled it up and carried it off. Yeah, that stop sign between my mouth and my brain. Sometimes I think somebody done uprooted it and took off with it, hung it up in their living room or something. Lordy, lordy, lord. I don't know. I'm a sitting in the well, not the living room, but what once was the dining room of my folks' old house. And this place ain't half bad as long as the temperature stayed decent outside. And I swear it's almost like being in an old timber board barn. Whenever it gets cold, gets real cold, and the wind starts blowing. Good God, there's parts of this place that you just can't keep warm. That's these newfangled prefabricated houses for you. Lord. Yeah, it's a sight. No, wait a minute. I said that other video was an hour and 56 minutes. It was a 3 hours and 53 minutes and 22 seconds. And then that snafu hit, whatever that was, and holy schmoly. Boy, that video I put up about that early birthday present that Jeff Turlington sent me. He made, he went to the Zippo company and had them make me a lighter, a cigarette lighter, with my image laser etched into the cigarette lighter. It's got Mountain Man and my last name in there. And oh man, that's just one of the finest gifts anybody's ever got me. Like I said in the previous live event, um, the walking stick that Mr. Kurt Walker had made for me up there in Missouri, he made out of a hickory limb, and he would burnt Mountain Man into it. He burnt some designs. Bitty Boo Brown said, "Oh, they only let a chat run almost 4 hours." Whenever I started that live event, it said this event will run for 8 hours, but there was a mishap. I'm calling it a mishap. I'm not saying that it was intentional. I don't really want to believe that my guest would have done such a thing on purpose, because he's been a good guy on, as far as the comments. Oh, they have an auto shut off. Does the auto shut off say, when you try to open the chat back up, does it read, uh, you have been ejected from this live event and you're not allowed back in? Because that's the way it went. And if I didn't put no end time, I just, say go live now with no end time, and it notified me. Yes, it would warn you this live event is about to end. It would warn. There is a warning, as a matter of fact, Jason. There is a warning that comes up on screen. I go down here and look at myself talking in this chat window, and it reads that it'd come up. You have like I think there's a 3-minute warning that comes up on the screen. This live event will end in 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Or there's a certain time frame that they give, so you can say good night to your guest, or good day, or good morning, good evening, whichever. But there's a warning that does come up. You have so many minutes before the live event ends, and then it shuts it down. I did not receive that warning. What I got was a black screen. And then whenever I went back to the live control room and said resume, click on the live resume event, it said you're not allowed in this event. It was right after I opened up another window looking for a link to this thing called AliExpress, where you can order things from overseas online. Biddy Boo says normally the warning, they usually say 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and 1 minute warnings. So it counts down from 5 to 3 to 1. Gotcha. So I've got that. I can go back over here to the live streaming, and I can check that packet drop of the stream health on the live dashboard. I can go to the live control room. I just clicked on the live control room, waiting for it to load. Still waiting for it to load. Stream status okay. Total view time in hours 5. Peak concurrent 10. Average live view duration 11 minutes 59 seconds. This is on take 2. So we got an okay live stream. Stream status okay, 720p. February 5th, 2018, 10:23 p.m. Central Standard Time. Primary stream. The stream's current bit rate, 658 kbps. It's lower than the recommended bit rate. We recommend you use a stream bit rate of 2500 kbps. Whatever that means, I don't know. Now I can scroll. Hey, I can scroll back down here, and I don't even have to go to the watch page. I can see the live chat from out here, from here in the control room. Biddy said, that is strange. Yeah, it was strange, all right. It only happens whenever somebody boots you out of your own live event. And like I said, I don't know if it was intentional or an accident, but with the fact that there was 1,385 subscribers, and now there's 1,384. There was 20 thumbs up, 3 thumbs down. Now there's 19 thumbs up, 4 thumbs down. I'm thinking Andrew Hondo didn't like it too much that I booted his little buddy Skydork out of the dang chat. I don't like that boy. He don't know how to keep his damn word. Oh, it means the KPBS means it, how well the quality is while streamed to viewers. It does look kind of blurry out there on the watch page. Oh, Jason C. He's a network admin, day job, so I can help explain some of this stuff. Cool. That would be great. Network administrator is like for television or oh man, getting kind of warm in here. The temperature gauge over there on that little heater says 84. I just looked at the bottom of my coffee cup and all I see is schmutz, sediment. day job. Man, that seems to be KPBS. Let me see here. Oh, Lincoln New Tab. He says, now I manage servers for 1,200 plus people to get paid. Accounting servers. Whoa. Man, have you ever got mad at somebody and delayed their paycheck? No, I imagine that would be unethical. That'd just be wrong. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I can change that or not. Slats insertion, whatever that is. ADS insertion, in-stream ad insertion. Oh, ads. Oh, I see. I don't know what that is. I don't have no ads. Create highlight. Highlights can only be created when sync to preview player option is enabled. He says, nah, haha, nah, dude, I couldn't. If I wanted, the chicks in accounting could, though. I'd just keep the servers running. Yeah, the women in accounting, you don't want to make them mad. Oh, no. You never want to make a woman angry, I guarantee, especially if she's in control of your paycheck or what happens to your paycheck when it gets issued. Oh, let's see here. I'm looking over here at the info and settings. There's encoding, quick encoding using Google Hangouts on there. Let's see. No, it doesn't seem to me like I can go back and readjust these things. As far as the low latency interaction or anything like that. So once it's adjusted, it's adjusted. Once that selection is made, it's made. The stream status is still okay. Peak concurrent number 10. The stream's current bit rate is 675.00 kbps, lower than the recommended bit rate of 2500. I don't even know how to go back and readjust that, or even if I can. Let's see. It doesn't look like I can. I'm not seeing anything. No, let's see here. Jason says, yeah, you probably have to restart the stream to change the bit rate. I wouldn't bother. I can hear you just fine. Well, I was thinking more along the lines of video quality rather than audio. Oh, but man, oh man, I kind of got a little bit of a twinge of a headache right up over here, but I ain't gonna let that bother me. Yeah, I watched this clip from Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he says, "I have a headache," and the little kid says, "It might be a brain tumor." Every dang time I have a little bit of a twinge of a headache, I think about that Kindergarten Cop thing. That's going to hang with me for a while. Yeah, I'm all right. It's just a little bit of it's probably sinuses. I had the tooth pulled almost 2 years ago, and I still have a hole in my gums that leads up into my sinuses. And I don't even know if it's audible, if the microphone's going to pick it up, but I can blow air, I can hold air in my mouth and blow it up through my sinuses, and it makes a sound. I had a tooth up here. It's not a tumor. No, it's not a tumor. Uh, but I've got this damn hole here, and it's almost closed up in my gums. And the really messed up thing was when I got that tooth pulled, the doctor started putting this dental packing up in there, and it ended up stuffed up into my sinus passages. Oh, God. My sinus cavity in my forehead. Oh, that was a torture. Waiting for that crap. Waiting for that crap to dissolve. That dissolvable packing. And oh my God, it tastes horrible. It has got the most horrible freaking taste. Jason C said, commented, "That's not good, dude. I had a molar that almost punctured my sinuses. I had two of them that punctured my sinuses. That the roots protruded up into my sinus cavity. One of them way back here in the back, and then one right that had a tooth in between it. And oh God, I'll be so glad. That other one, I had it pulled when I was 32. I healed up in less than 6 months. Now that I got that tooth pulled when I was uh, close to my 49th birthday. Close to my 49th birthday, and it was just, I didn't worry about it. I didn't think that it was going to take this long to heal up. Hell, I may have a hole in my gums from now on. Who knows? Oh, it doesn't hurt me as it is. Doesn't hurt me. But what really bothers me, Jason, is when I go to eat something and a small fragment of food gets up in there. It gets in my sinus cavity. Oh, Jesus loves you. Well, I missed Jesus loves you comment at 10:33, and it's 10:37. Thank you. Jesus loves you. I sure appreciate the birthday wish. I hope you can forgive me for my bad language in a lot of my videos. But yeah, Jason, that old GAWD, yeah, it's a piece of food gets up in there, or water. Water gets up in there, coffee gets up in there. I got to be careful how I eat, what I drink. Otherwise, I end up going trying to pull that stuff out of my sinus cavity into the back of my throat and go spit it out. You should see me whenever I'm at a restaurant and I start doing that. Oh Lord, it's a mess. People start looking at me like, "What the heck's wrong with him? Did a fly, buzz up his nose? Huh, what's wrong with that guy? Did he got a bug up his nose?" Oh, God bless you too. Jesus loves you. I sure appreciate you. Oh, stopping in and the happy birthday wishes. Okay. Well, that's my gums that has the hole in it. And I don't know, is there some kind of little prosthetic or some little something I can put up in there, a little rubber doohickey? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Betty Boo, I did kind of sound like a dog with having a problem. I've heard the same noise come from Sassy too whenever she drinks. Temporary fillers. Yeah. Hey, I was just suggesting that stuff to hear about last year. There was someone, I'll remember here in a little bit who it was, but they had a broken tooth. And I remember when I was looking for medical supplies on eBay to add to my doomsday apocalypse medical supplies, I had run across this temporary filling material that you can just take it out. You can just dip it out of this little container and paste it over the broken tooth, and it helps. It stays there. Bitty Boo says that her Chihuahua Trixie gets water up her nose and snorts and sneezes. Oh my goodness. I got that hole up in my. Now there's no tooth there. When the doctor pulled that tooth, the dentist pulled the tooth, and when he did, a big chunk of bone came out with it. Now I got basically a tunnel from my gums up into my sinus passage. Yay! I can hold my nose and hold air in my lungs and blow it from my sinuses out my mouth, and it'll make a noise like that. I don't know. Can you can you hear that, or do I get close to the microphone? Boy, don't I just look all kinds of handsome up there with my mouth hanging open, holding on to my nose. You're welcome. Seriously. Close all those dude, stop that. We could hear it, Bitty Boo said. I can pinch my nose, hold that air in my lungs, and blow it out my mouth. Oh, Lord. So you could hear it, huh, Bitty? Yeah, uh, it's a mess. You know, it. The only problems I have with it really is the fact that water and food gets up in there and gets in my sinus passage, and then I gotta gotta clear it. Chuck Connors, brother, how you doing? Just stopping by to say happy birthday, Mountain Man. I've been wondering about you, Chuck. Me and Midas was, I mentioned you a while ago in the first event. Oh, Jason was, oh, yeah, yeah. All right. Let me get a cigarette made. He wants to see it. All right, then. I can do it two different ways. Yep, that sounded just like me. Oh, sounded like you when you were sick with that pneumonia. Do it with some smoke so we can see it. Just mute the mic though. Mute the mic. It probably won't take that much pressure to get the smoke to show. I'm just trying to figure out in my head which way would be best. And probably do it both ways. But I make my own menthol cigarette tobacco. Yeah, might as I'm still up. Hey, what do you mean I'm still up? It's only 10:46. Man, I've been up till dawn watching YouTube videos. I went through all of your videos, Midas. Chuck, I went through all of your videos. I went through a whole bunch of Bitty Boo's videos. I don't think it's going to work like that. I don't know. Oh, oh, my forehead. Oh, my sinus. Ooh, 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 ooh. That menthol was strong. Holy mackerel. I can't see the smoke coming out my mouth from there, so. All right, it's inhale. Ooh, there's been times, Midas, I stayed up. live alone, bored out of my mind. I've got about, I don't know, 80, maybe 90 DVDs that I've seen, that I've watched probably 10, 15 times each. So, yeah, YouTube. When I can't sleep, which I don't sleep much, especially at night. I didn't hurt myself. It's just that real strong menthol. I make my own menthol tobacco, and I've had menthol smokers say, "Man, I didn't even have to inhale it. I could taste the. I got that minty, fresh sensation in my mouth." Whew, that was an experience. Ah, yeah. I was up till 4:30 myself here the other night. But I don't know if I can get this to really show up on the screen or not. The zipper is the ziplock is kind of ruined on this Mylar bag. But let's see. I got to get that chat window, the live window popped up there. Uh, there it is. It's Green Health menthol crystals. Looks like it's showing up backwards over here. But it's from WF Medical on eBay. Yeah, I make my own menthol. I told someone that once over there in Fort Smith, and they said, "Do you put your own fiberglass in it too?" And I said, "There's no fiberglass in menthol cigarettes. I mean, it's ridiculous. If there was fiberglass in the tobacco, then you'd be seeing little strings of fiberglass sticking out the end of where the ashes are, where the fire is." And every single cigarette filter that I've ever melted down just ended up. I hand roll. I hand roll my cigarettes, Jason. But if there was fiberglass in the filters, I think I would have noticed that. But every cigarette filter I've ever burned, just for the heck of it, just ended up a black pile of goo. And there was no fibers from the fiberglass in the filters. So that is a myth. And I think I might have figured out how that myth got started. But I'm going to have to put it on video. I'm going to have to put it on video. I use these OCB papers to lick the edge, kind of wet that edge down there, and tear it off. Get that little jagged edge going, and that is what holds your paper together. And then get some get some get some tobacco, kind of get get it evened out. Get it evened out real good. Kind of tuck and fold, kind of, sort of. And then just pull it back and roll. Pull it back and roll. Pull it back and roll. Back up. Keep doing that till you get it the way you want it. And you got a somewhat of a poor man's camel, kind of, sort of, with a little hump right in the middle. Kind of hard to get them perfect whenever the tobacco's so dry, but that's how I smoke it. Dry as a bone. Oh, Jason knows how to roll a cigarette. Oh no, Betty, that was a serious documentary. Betty Boo Brown commented we were watching a documentary the other night on cigarettes. I think it was the Kent cigarettes. They had asbestos listed as an ingredient. Holy schmoly. Asbestos. No. No wonder people's getting cancer from the dang cigarettes they smoking asbestos. I remember when they removed that stuff from our school. You just said you know how to roll, Jason. You said you know how nice and no, I know how. Okay. Excuse me, dyslexia. Durr. Oh man, how many comments have I responded to in the wrong way and had to go back and retype a reply apologizing for the first? You know, sorry, I misread your comment. You know, sorry. But hell, I did not did I age restrict this? Nope. I did not age restrict this live event. Really trying to keep my language and subject matter clean, just in case. Okay. Gotcha, Jason. Me too. Well, sometimes, whenever I got some downtime and I'm kind of chillaxing with a sweet, shapely, adorable. That's my smoke of choice. We get, it tends to get those. It does more than a stiff drink of whiskey, and there ain't no hangover. Yeah. Enough said. Yeah. Yeah, the Mutsky is over there on his bed. If I say his name, he'll wake up, come over here, and start sticking his nose in my face and smacking his chops around, wanting some boiled yard bird. Speaking of that, I think I done run out of propane in that other little stove. Really need to jump up and check on that. Oh, yo, I'll be back in a second. It's only like 10 feet away. Yeah, I think that's done. I got to go fast. Right. Oh boy. Got up to get the dog something to eat and ended up having to go to the bathroom. Well, that coffee just does not want to stay. No, Jason, I'm not drinking any alcohol tonight. Memphis Rides come along, says happy birthday, Mountain Man. Thanks for all the videos, brother. Well, I'm glad you appreciate them, Memphis Rides. And Jason says, speaking of whiskey, it's your birthday. What you spending on? I'm not drinking whiskey. I'm drinking coffee. I'm not really a drinker. Not really a drinker. Once in a blue moon, I'll buy some Wild Turkey 101 proof, and I'll sip on that for probably 2, 3, 4 months. And that's the 1.75 liter bottle. While I was up getting a chicken ready for the dog to eat, I had to go to the bathroom and let out about half a gallon of coffee. It takes me a few months to drink a 1.75 liters of whiskey. I mean, I'm just not that much of a drinker. And I cook and I clean and I do laundry and windows and all that stuff. You know why I do all that? Oh, Bitty Boo, what part of Arkansas, man? Let's see. I'm in western Arkansas, about 25 miles south of Fort Smith. But let me see, back in the 1970s, when my mama was raising me and my brother by herself, she heard this Jerry Reed song called She Got the Gold Mine, I Got the Shaft. Oh yeah, them doorbells will get a dog every time, I think. Midas, Midas Welby. Oh yeah. But anyway, I was talking about me learning how to cook and clean and do laundry and all that stuff. My mom heard that song by Mr. Jerry Reed, God rest his soul. He's passed on now. Has been for some years. But look it up sometime. Um, she got the gold mine, I got the shaft. And it all had to do with a guy not knowing how to take care of himself. And my mama said, that is not happening to my son. You're learning how to cook. You're learning how to take care of yourself so you don't go off getting in any bad relationships. And what did I do? 2 marriages, 2 divorces, 4 engagements called off, all of them called off by me. Yeah, they were all called off by me. I had to think about that for a second to make sure I was being honest about it. But yeah, uh, I can do everything a woman can do except have sex like a woman and have babies. Well, I don't do makeup. No, I better take all that back. I better backpedal, 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 and say I can do all the chores. You know, cooking, cleaning, laundry, all that, vacuuming, washing dishes, all of it. I can take care of all that good business. Now, how well I do it or how often, now, how well I can do it is it's thoroughly done when I do it, but how often I do it is up for, it's, well, let's just say there's always room for improvement. how often I clean house. Betty, I'm not far from. Jason said he can do makeup, horror makeup, from his younger days of wanting to be in special effects. Oh, oh man, one of the coolest things that ever happened to me in a bar room. There was, I was sitting at a table all by myself, sitting over there, sitting over there with my hat on, got my hat pulled down low, and I'm over there with, I got a pitcher of beer by myself with a pitcher of beer, and I'm pouring beers and I'm sipping on my beer and I'm, having some time by myself. And there's this little, I'm just kind of looking up, looking right up under the edge of the brim of my hat at this group of young women having sort of a little bachelorette party type thing across the bar there. And this one girl, the one that's going to get married in a couple of days, she she catches me eyeballing her, and she comes over And she's got this piece of paper. And she says, I have a list of things that I want to do before I get married. And I said, yes, ma'am. You know, and there I am. I'm like 31 years old. She's probably in her early 20s, late teens, or early 20s. You know, she had to be 21 to be in the bar. But and they did ID everybody come in the bar if they didn't look it. But anyway, she had to be in her early 20s, and she said the one thing on here that I'd like for you to do is I have a stranger put my makeup on for me. And I said, are you serious? I mean, I don't know a thing about makeup. And she said, relax, it's just lipstick. Well, Betty says she's near McAllister. I used to live in eastern Oklahoma. McAllister, Oklahoma. It was about, about an hour and a half or 2 hours from Gans, Oklahoma. Gans. Gans, my hometown, home of Big Country Bryant Reeves. But anyway, this young lady comes out with this tube of pink lipstick. And she wants me to apply her lipstick to her lips. And I'm standing there in the middle of this big old bar room. No, Jason. No, no. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that, brother. I I am very carefully applying this young lady's lipstick to her lips. I've never in my all my born days ever done anything like that before. And I was doing it so carefully. She kind of paused and she kind of pulled back just a little bit. And she said, "You don't have to be so careful." I said, "I don't want to mess it up." And she said, "You are just too sweet." And I said, "Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Meantime, I'm just turning beet red. Oh God, I just turned beet red. 31 years old, looking at a girl in her early 20s, young woman in her early 20s, saying, yes, ma'am. And I call every woman ma'am. And it is out of respect, I swear to God. There's no insult, ma'am. You know, some women are offended by being called ma'am. But that's just me. You know, it's a respectful thing. I've got hell. I call a 5-year-old little cousin of mine, ma'am. Well, yes, ma'am. And one of my best lady friends, JJ. She was probably 10 years my junior, and I'd call her ma'am. Oh no, I think she picked me, Jason, I because of she looked at me. She kind of sized me up character wise and figured she had a real country boy on her hands with some manners. And I think that's why she picked me to do this little thing for her before she got married. You know, have a stranger put on her makeup. I said, you know, you couldn't have picked a woman. And she said, no, my friend said it had to be a guy. I said, okay. So I did it, and she bought me a shot of tequila, and I thanked her, and she went back and sat down, and her friends had a good giggle. And I heard them talking, that guy was just so sweet. He was so careful, and they were going on and on and on about it. After a while, a different subject popped up. I'm sitting there and I got my head down and I'm drinking my beer. And that was one of the coolest things that ever happened to me in a bar room. Jason would have taken total advantage of that situation. No, she was getting married in a day or two. Yeah, she'd already picked out the fella that she wanted to be with the rest of her days. And I just could not. I just couldn't do that. Thank you, Midas. I appreciate that. Midas says, "That's awesome, man. You the man." You know, I had to mind my manners, and she was. Oh my God, she was pretty too. One last fella before the final one. Well, if that would have been the case, Jason, she would have said something or done something, unless she was expecting me to make the first move on anything. And I just don't do that. If a woman's in a relationship, even if it's just a boyfriend, and I find out, uh, all bets are off. I mean, even if a woman's wearing some cheap little piece of shit ring on her left ring finger, I've been accused of being a gentleman, but Biddy, it goes back to me being a husband that had been cheated on by a wife and knowing how that feels, knowing how it feels to be the guy in a relationship where the woman's cheating with another guy. There's this thing that I call helpless rage. Helpless rage. It is where you are so angry. And at this point, I want to cuss, but I'm not because this video is not age restricted. I There's this helpless rage. It's like you're so angry, you want to kill the guy that the woman's cheating with, but you realize it takes two to tango. And she's just as guilty as he is. And if you do something about it, if you go beat the living daylights out of the guy, then you go to jail, then you're probably going to pay his hospital bills and all these consequences and repercussions. I was cheated on by both of my ex-wives, and that is the chief reason why I'm divorced. But legally, on paper, the first one was ended through irreconcilable differences. And the second one, the conditions were, and let me see if I can remember this from my divorce papers. The plaintiff, which is me, suffered, what was that wording, that legal wording? It was continuous, suffered continuous indignities. Something about indignities and it being continuous for a period of time to the extent that I could no longer live with the defendant, my second ex-wife. Might as well be says, that's the damn truth. It takes two to make a mess. And Well, Biddy, she was cheated on. Oh, daggone. I appreciate you, Jason. I just, I know what that feels like to be cheated on. So whenever if I see a woman that she catches my eye and I'm like, oh man, really. And I see a ring or maybe a guy comes up and if there's no ring there and, or she casually mentions it in a conversation, well, my boyfriend or my husband likes this or that, then I'm like, okay, this is off limits. This conversation will end politely and we'll, fade to black. Let's see, Biddy Boo, the the chick my ex cheated with on me, called me and said, "You don't know me, but my name is Tina, and I think I'm pregnant with your husband's child." Oh, no. You want to talk about a Jerry Springer moment? Damn, Biddy, I'm sorry. And she said, "I have a doctor's appointment, but have no way to get to it." Did she want you to give her a lift? Yeah. Oh, snap is right, Jason. Poor Biddy. Oh my God. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Biddy says, so I asked her where she lived. She told me. I told her I would be there at 1 p.m., pick her up, and take her to the appointment. Sure enough, she was pregnant. Oh my Lord, Biddy. Was there a paternity test? We might as well go all the way with this one. was, was there a paternity test? I feel like Maury Povich, and the paternity test says Biddy's ex blank the father. We'll find out more in a moment here, folks, on the. Oh, Jason makes popcorn. He got the little asterisks up there, makes popcorn. I am so glad that oh my God. I know this is way on in the past. Okay. So Biddy goes on to say, so after the appointment, I took her to my husband's work and made him take her home. Yep, it was his. He was the father. Okay. We got the answer to that question. Mystery solved. Biddy, you're too sweet of a woman to have had to go through that mess. Oh, Lord. My heart goes out to you. Now, thankfully enough, both of my ex-wives had their tubes tied. Well, they had that tubal ligation done to a point where there was no way they were going to get pregnant. And that was before we ever met. They made that decision. And I don't know why I'm dressing up another cigarette paper when I got half a cigarette or nearly a whole cigarette right there. Dory. And Betty says, she still calls and checks on me. Oh my goodness. Really? I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. Sounds kind of cool, I guess. Sort of, maybe. If she still calls and checks, I suppose it all depends on, if you're comfortable with that or not. Him and her ain't together anymore. I hope he's. Yeah, Jason said, "What, Biddy? That's weird. Him and her ain't together anymore," Biddy said. But man, this has been interesting, to say the least. I hope she's making him pay child support, or did make him pay child support. That's it. He left, and see, Betty says that he left her while she was pregnant. He wants her son to know his siblings. It ain't the kid's fault. No, it ain't the kid's fault. It ain't the kid's fault at all. Uh, children are the victims in all this. Well, not. I don't know if you call them victims or just they're brought into this whole mess, and they need, grown adults to try to smooth things out and explain things and in a way that they'll understand. Yeah, Midas, he says, Biddy, that's a tough situation. Yeah, but oh God, I don't know if I would have been so gracious. If I'd been married to a woman and she got pregnant by another man, I've got some things about me that my tolerance, my bullshit tolerance is just so damn low and always has been. Yeah, I've heard that expression used before. Sperm donor. Yeah. I refer to my stepdad as dad, and but there is my biological father, and I cannot deny him that he was my dad whenever I was a little kid. He passed on a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge and skills, and he's been passed on from this life since July 18th, 2002, and that was on a Friday. I heard about it on that next Saturday, attended the funeral on Sunday, or the viewing and the funeral on Sunday. And my God, the mess that happened in my head after that was just a whole other video. Betty goes on to say that her ex husband, Glenn, abandoned their kids. It had nothing to do with them, and her begging and pleading for him to just be there for the kids. Yeah, I know I don't hold a thing against my old dad for what he did. We all make mistakes. I think I said that before in the previous episode of my 50th birthday live event. I mean, he was like 21. Him and mom both were 21 years old. Their birthdays were just 10 days apart. They were each one was 21 years old whenever I was born. Dad was in Vietnam. He spent 2 tours in Vietnam, volunteered for dang both dang tours in Vietnam. Jason saying the chat delay is making this conversation difficult. Yeah, the chat delay does that. The lag on screen versus my reading the comments. Now Glenn has cancer and wants the kids to be in his life. Just told him to F off. Yeah, don't blame me a bit, Betty. I would have, yeah, let that old mess just die and carry on. But my dad, he was a Vietnam vet. I carry his face. I carry his name. I carry his blood. Mom says I'm a carbon copy of the old man, but I have my own personality. It's a combination of his and my mom's. But then again, there's the influence of my mentors, the morals and ethics, the right and wrong, the sense of right and wrong, the teachings and the life's lessons, the talks that I had with Mr. Cribbs and Frank, a man his name's Frank, but everybody in Gans just call him Sonny. And my God, if it had not been for those two outstanding men in my life and their influence on me, I would have wound up somewhere face down in a ditch or locked up for life or probably in some institution somewhere drooling on myself, waiting on my next dose of medicine. I don't know. But I dread to think what would have happened to me without my mentors. Those men. My mama worked all the time in a factory. And she was one of the hardest working, most devoted mothers that I've ever seen in my life. I look at these mothers today just cranking out kids and not giving a damn. And oh my God. I thank God for my mom. We lived about, I'm guessing, right about 25, 30 miles from the factory where she worked for 25 years. She would get up at 3 in the morning, 2:30, 3 in the morning, get ready. She'd go straight in the kitchen, start a pot of coffee, put together a brown bag lunch, brown bag dinner, whatever. And she would wait. She'd let me and my brother sleep as long as possible. And then, she'd get ready. She'd have her bath, she'd get dressed, get ready for work, and wake me and my brother up, get us ready for the sitter. take us to the sitter, and she'd drive that 25, 30 miles to uh, Baldor Electric, where they make electric motors and drives. Her first factory job was with a company called Southern Steel and Wire. And that was a miserable job for a woman. That was a miserable job for anybody. And she just, I'm feeling some emotion here, thinking about all mom went through. The gratitude is what's getting me right now. The gratitude is stirring those emotions. Yeah, got to stop for a second, choke it back. Yeah, Jason, um, your mom raised three boys after your dad left, and now your baby's mama basically refuses to work. She lives off of the child support that you pay and the taxes. Yeah, Jason, there's a channel. Look up Terrence Pop with two P's, Popp, Terrence. He'll kind of make you feel better about the whole thing. He says thanks, but it's my fault for sticking it in the crazy ... a lot. And as Terrence Pop says, keep peg A out of slot C and all will be well. Let's see here. Okay. Redonk ULOUS. TRR. I'm trying to spell this. You're gonna love that channel. They drop a lot, and that guy is just in an entertaining kind of way. You'll hear him, throw a couple of thumbs up. Gonorrhea, no. This is like, fuck. I hope Terrence Pop doesn't really I hope he doesn't see this and I'm over here imitating his shit and he gets me for copyright infringement or something. Nah. Hey, imitation is the best form of flattery. Oh God, he has got video after video after video. You know, the the MGTOW red pill guys. I could never be MGTOW. I love women too much. And I keep getting stupider and stupider every time I stick peg A into slot C. I'm trying to keep it clean here, folks. Like I said, this video is not age restricted at the moment. But, you know, Terrence Popp is a former U.S. Army Ranger, Airborne Ranger, and he's, you know, he's a kick-ass kind of guy. He's fun to watch, entertaining, but he basically is trying to help a lot of guys stay the hell out of those bad relationships. And you'll hear him say, let's see, how did he put it? When it comes to dating one of those kind of women, he says something like, run it till you break, until you bust the transmission. Just run the tires off of it and then slam it into neutral and park it in Section 8 housing where you found it. Well, that's going to get me a lot of dates in the Arkansas River Valley. I don't give a shit. I'm not looking for that kind of woman anymore. Oh my God, but back in the day, oh shit, I was a whore dog. Chased everything with a skirt. You got to be careful about this these days. You never can tell if peg A is under that skirt where slot C should be. You know, and that's where it gets scary. That's where it gets scary. Oh, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. Benny got Benny got a big old laugh out of that one. Jason C says, I love women, but I'm MGTOW now. I can't be in a relationship after what I've been and am currently going through. My heart goes out to you, Jason. You know, I've seriously considered the MGTOW movement, but I just can't. I don't go dicking off like I used to, but you know, you know, hell, I'm 25 miles from anything, well, I don't know, 10 miles from anything resembling modern civilization. I'm in a little community out here, and there might be a single woman running around out here in the scrub brush somewhere. But I'm not giving up. I hope to find a woman half my age that likes to hunt and fish and trap and doesn't mind getting dirty, and in the field and in a fun way. Yay. But hell, I'm just too young. I am. I'm too young to be old, if that makes sense. I don't, even though the numbers are there that says I've spent 50 years in this world, no, I'm not. What? What? I'm still 25. Not in my mind, but I am still 25 years old. I just feel it. I look it. I behave it. Yeah, well, I don't know about behave it. I like to laugh. I like to carry on. I like to just live. Yeah, there you go. You're focusing on the kids, Jason. In 10 years, when your youngest hits 18, then maybe you'd be looking for a decent woman. Until then, nah. Well, that's not exactly a MGTOW type attitude. That's just a good dad. That's just being a good dad. I'm, I kind of sort of feel you there, Biddy. I've got my little aches and pains here and there, but I try not to let it slow me down. I am restricted as far as heavy lifting goes. Oh yeah, you bet, Jason. Yeah, that's just being a good dad. Whenever that 250-pound bundle of cotton landed on my left shoulder in that furniture factory and pinned me to that cement floor, holy shit. It took 3 men to lift it off of me. One guy weighed as much as the damn cotton did, and he's on one end, and he's telling the other two guys on the other end, don't roll it off of him. You'll crush him. And I'm hearing this in a muffled tone while I'm under that cotton. My arms are out here like this, and my arms are frailing around under this huge bundle of cotton. It's about 9 feet long, 3 feet in diameter. And I'm pinned under that shit. And Turkey, the forklift driver, he that was his nickname, Turkey, because he's a turkey hunter. And oh god. Anyway, he hooks up to one end of it and he says, "You guys lift, don't roll, you'll squash him." So they lift the cotton off of me, and I'm full of adrenaline from all this shit. And boom, I just sprang right up off the floor. And they said, "Yeah, he's all right." Different story the next day. I get out of bed, and whenever I was sleeping, I was I sometime during the night I rolled over and had my arms around my pillow, and I wake up like this. Yeah, my hands are like this, but I'm like this. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. So I haul my happy ass into the bathroom, and I'm struggling to get everything straightened out, shooting pains up my spine, about to split my skull. Oh, I finally get to a point where I can reach for the hot water faucet handle on the bathtub. And I get that hot water turned on. I get the cold water adjusted to where I've got a nice hot bath to soak in, and I just climb in that tub. It's like 3:30 in the morning, pretty much like mom did. I'm married at the time. I got two stepkids depending on me. And the wife could give a shit less. You know, I was screwed either way with her. here's the story on her. If I was sitting at home, then I was a lazy bum. If I was out working, well, then I'm either screwing the secretary or out screwing around with some other woman that's paying me to be with her. And that's where the money comes from. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, where did I come up with this injury, bitch? Excuse me. I forgot. Not age restricted. Oh, I, it's just that reality. It comes back to me, and that anger comes back, and I just want to, tell Judy Lynn, my first ex-wife, oh, you ungrateful sow. Jason said, I slipped on an icy driveway once with 90-pound bag of quick dry cement. Both legs went over my head. The bag slammed on my face, neck, chest. It sucked. Yeah, it sounded like it sucked. And Biddy's saying, my brain says, hey, girl, you got this. You can do this. My body says, hussy, you be tripping. You know your ass can't do this crap anymore. After the heart attacks and stroke, life kind of came to a halt. Yeah, that, that can put the kibosh on things. Heart attacks and stroke. That's two ends, Jason. Lynn with two ends. But oh my God, that whole marriage was a disaster. After the I do's were said, and I went to court for 8 months and helped her get her kids back, then I was like a disposable razor. There was a dull disposable razor. There was no use for me anymore. Disposable daddy time for old mountain man. Like, screw you, buddy. I done got my use out of you. Don't need you no more. Don't want you no more. Don't matter if you got a job or not. But what I kept remembering was I promised her before I ever even asked her to marry me. I said, I will do you let me be your man, and I will help you get your kids back. And I will help you raise them. This particular one, Biddy, she had some problems that stemmed from her childhood, which I understand all too well. She couldn't really help the way she was, let's say. And she was on disability, not like my physical disability. Hers was, not quite right in the cassava. But yeah, don't want to go too in depth on that one. But she was so sweet when we got together. Such a kind, loving woman that would just do anything to please her man, or just about anything to please her man. Cook meals and all that, and do laundry, and just be nice and kind and darling. And somewhere along the line, she went from little, little Miss Judy Homemaker to Mrs. Hyde. The kind of woman a man just wanted to hide from. I had to crack a joke. It was getting a little too serious. It's getting a little too serious there. Had to crack a joke, break the tension. But get this. about 10.5 months ago, my stepson from that marriage, Brian Sean, gets in touch with me on Facebook. And all he says is hi. And I said, hi, Brian, how you doing? And he said, not good. Mom lost the trailer. We're homeless, living in a car. We're in Fort Smith. Folks, keep in mind, Fort Smith is 25 miles from me. My ex-nightmare is 25 miles from me at that point in time. Thank God she could not remember how to get out here where I live now. And Brian was asking me about the savings bonds that I had bought. The one I had bought him and his sister Ella a savings bond each for college. Well, after my dad passed away in 2012, I fell on hard times. I had to cash in the savings bonds, and I neglected to inform Brian, the only surviving sibling of the two, that I had done such a thing. I didn't really think about it. Going through a deep state of grieving for the death of my father. Fell on hard times, and I needed that money to help me get through those hard times. And cash those bonds in. And well, he's asking me about it, and I told him straight up, Brian, I'm sorry, but my dad passed away in 2012 or 2002, and I don't know why I said 2012. It was 2002, and I cashed in the bonds because I fell on hard times. And he said, well, that's okay. I understand. And then, he's telling me about his mom and him in a car living in Fort Smith. And I'm like, did you get your driver's license? And he said, no. And so I said, did your mom get her driver's license? And he said, no, we're with a fourth cousin. Now, Biddy, I'm sure you know that anything past a third cousin is pretty much there's no blood relation there. And my second ex was the kind of woman that would have a man around, but she'd only been married to one man in her entire life, and that was me. And that was only because she needed to get her kids back. And it looked good to the court. It looked good to the judge in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, if there's a boyfriend, girlfriend going to court trying to get custody of children that are in what's considered a stable home, which was her sister's home, no, buddy, no, that's not going to happen. So we had to get married. Yep, and there was all that I love you, lovey-dovey stuff. Well, if I had known about Terrence Pop's channel and the internet and all that other good stuff once upon a time, well, then I most likely would have just said, this is some kind of crazy I don't need to be dipping off into. But he told me about the fourth cousin, and I said, "What's his name?" And I didn't, Brian didn't tell me whether it was a man or a woman. I said, "What's his name?" And he told me, and damn, next thing I know, uh, I'm telling him, yeah, I knew it had to be a man. Uh, Fourth cousins are not even considered blood relation anymore. And I stopped to read Jason's comment here in, I guess it's Maryland. Uh, you just have to have a vag to get your kids. If you have dangly bits, you're screwed. Yeah. Well, it was a little different with mm, my first ex. Oh boy, it was a mess. Without a man in Oklahoma, in the southern states, in this genre of people, you're dealing with an older judge from that generation long ago, and it just doesn't go down well. It doesn't go over well. Yeah, that's all right, man. That's all right. I don't get derailed for very long. I can pause and pick up where I left off, but man, I spent almost 5 years in that marriage trying to help raise the children, put some good morals and ethics in their heads, try to teach them manners and consideration for one another, and be a good stepdad and be a good example and work hard. And bit difficult to hold a job whenever that heifer wanted to move every 6 months, or every time I even looked in the direction of another woman, or if a woman looked at me, she wants you. I said, shut up. Jeez, I'm getting tired of hearing it. Well, we got 5 people hanging in there just gathering up all that info. I hope they're just tearing it up, soaking it up. I don't care. I've told this story in front of 350 of my closest friends. I may as well tell the whole fucking world. Pardon my French. The whole freaking world. But, what the hell? I I did what I could do. But yeah, there came that day, July 4th, 1997. I said, enough is enough is enough. I'm done. I called my children aside, and yes, I refer to them as my children, even though they're not my blood. They're my children. I loved them. I literally bled for them uh, in order to put food on the table. My body was broken. My spirit was not. My heart stayed with them, the children, when I left. I told them, I said, Daddy's got to go away. I can't stand your mama no more. She's going to drive me into the loony bin. Thank you, Biddy. 12 a.m. where Biddy Boo is, and she's got to get up at 8 a.m., get the kids off to school. Yeah, it was my pleasure to share my birthday with you, and then you know some more about me, and so does, the other three people watching. You and Jason have been commenting for a while, and the other three people been watching, and people are getting a better idea about me, better where I'm coming from, who I am, what I am. And hell, I tried. I did. I did my level best. I had I sat there and I talked with the children and Brian Shawn, how they say children say the darndest things, or from the mouths of babes comes the wisest words, or something like that. Brian Shawn said, I don't know why you haven't left before now. We've seen how mama treats you. And at that moment I could not have loved that child more for his understanding, his insight, and that understanding that comes from the heart of a child. He was such an amazing boy, and I wished I could have been there for him and his sister, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I couldn't bear it anymore. It was being a dad was awesome. Being a dad was awesome, especially to those two wonderful kids. They were so sweet, so wonderful. Good night, Biddy. Good night, Biddy Boo Brown. You take care of yourself. Get well soon. Get back to full strength. Yeah, there was a, whenever in the eyes of my kids, I was Superman. I could do anything, fix anything. I knew everything. I took time to explain things to these children where any other adult, when I was growing up, any other adult would say, because I said so, where I would explain things to them. I loved them. Hey, Elicia. Elicia Clegg. Oh my God, one of my most favorite women in the world, Elicia Clegg. Holy cow, happy birthday. Yeah, I don't know how long you've been out there, Elicia, but yeah, you might, want to back this video up. Maybe, I don't know how long I've been talking about the two marriages I've been through and the children and all, but I've got a time delay on the chat. You had a bad night, but luck brought you here. Um, oh my goodness, I'm almost afraid to ask what happened. If you'd like to be on the panel with me, I'll send you a link to your YouTube inbox. Jason, Elicia is an awesome, awesome woman. She's an author. Extremely, she is as intelligent as she is beautiful. I guarantee. Oh my God, we got a 1 minute time delay on the comments because slow mode is on and engaged because I have trouble keeping up with comments whenever I'm sitting over here running my mouth. Oh boy. Okay, Elicia. Let me see here. I gotta go over here, click on this, go to your channel, and I will send you the link in a message. And see, click whenever it loads here. Oh my God. I am so glad that I started this second event. All you're going to have to do is just click the link and it'll bring you right in. All right, message is sent. No, in my case, Jason being 50 is not any damn different than being 40. Um, I take my herbal medicine, my herbal remedies, and I just keep going. I've been tracking down everything that's been killing my family for generations and finding herbs, natural, wholesome herbs to mix together with pure raw honey and boiling water. And I mix that goop together and it makes a thick black drink. A big, you know, it's like drinking mud with grass in it. uh, have to log into Chrome. I thought Chrome was a browser. Do what you got to do, Elicia. You're more than welcome here. Oh my God, this is going to be a treat for me. I mean, just gonna make my whole birthday. Well, look at here. It's 12 a.m. and I'm like at 5:17 p.m. yesterday. I turned the big 50. I am so glad about that. I am tickled pink to be half a century old. It's great. Really. I don't have a lot to complain about or gripe about. I really don't. Uh, being 50 and damn near the 40. No, well, there was, there's that 10 years of life's experience. Oh, here she is. Hey!
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
Hold on. The delay is so bad. Okay,
Well,
that's better. It looked like shit because, oh my God,
No,
I'm
you
getting
don't.
feedback. Hold on.
A headset would probably clear that up. I don't have one. Not one handy, not in all this chaos. Oh my God. Oh. Elicia left. You'll be all right, Elicia. I'm see if I think I might be able to locate a headset where we won't be getting that feedback. If one of the two of us has got a headset or earphones or at least something that would go with a like a phone or something to plug into a computer. Here's here.
Okay, that's better. My God,
Did you
why
get
are
it
you up
adjusted?
so late?
Hey, it's my birthday. Oh my God, I am so honored to have Mrs. Elicia Clegg in my birthday chat, my birthday event.
You're 50?
Awesome. Yes.
That's fucking awesome. Oh, sorry, I swore. It's late. I've had a bad night, but look at this. The bad night brought me to wishing you a happy birthday. So that means it was actually a good night.
All right. A bad night that just eventually had a turnaround.
Exactly. I shouldn't even be up. I go to bed at like 8, bro. It's like 11 my time.
I'm a night owl myself.
I used to be. So how are you? How's your birthday?
Well, the first part of the birthday live event kind of went snafu when I tried to give the benefit of the doubt to my first guest on part one because I don't know if he ejected me from my own event on purpose or by accident. Here's how it went down. There was this little twerp that on YouTube that I don't like because he can't keep his word.
Oh.
Someone, the winner of a contest of his, and the prize was never sent. And I've been sore about that and not really liking this person since then. And that person was invited into my event. And he said, it's me, your old friend. I said, you're not my friend and you're not welcome in my chat. Goodbye. And I ejected him. No. And then guy that invited him ended up either accidentally or on purpose booting me out of my own bed, which ended it. So I started this one up. So I had sort of a screwed up night, and now I have the honor of having Elicia Clegg, author, mother, wife, awesome lady in my bed. Oh, ah.
You're too nice. You're so nice. How wonderful. I'm sorry that your birthday didn't go the way that it should have gone. It's like,
I told a friend of mine on Facebook, it's getting better and better all the time. Hope you know, she said, Hillbilly, I hope your birthday's awesome. And I said, Server Chick, it's getting better and better all the time.
you know, what I like to believe is that everything, like, I don't like necessarily believe in destiny, but I think like sometimes things happen for a reason and they put us in our perfect place in time. And I'm never up this late, and I had just a horrific night and I couldn't go to sleep. So I'm like, I'm going to just see if anyone posted a YouTube video. And I saw that you were YouTube live, and I saw that it was your birthday, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, I got to see that shit. Because I was so touched by your birthday gift you got, and I really love your videos. I really do. And everybody that I follow, I watch their videos, and I'm touched by your videos. And I was so shocked when I saw that raccoon and everything, but I was like, hell yeah, I want to learn about this shit. And so I love it. And it made me feel better about my shitty night, because I feel like when I saw it and you accepted me to come on, I was like, good. Something good is coming from this shit that I went through. And I look like shit. It's so late. I'm getting older, and my God.
You couldn't look like shit if you wanted to.
Aw, you're so nice.
Oh, what? Oh my God, I went through and watched nearly all of your videos, and I'm learning a lot.
Have you watched any of my Wallapini videos?
Which ones?
Oh, see? So my first videos I did on YouTube were my Wallapini videos. So it's like, yeah. It's actually, it's gardening year round by digging a deep hole. So it's good. It's good because we're the same. That's what's funny is you and I are the same. We're exactly the same. We want to do survival, but the last like 2 years of my work has been about trying to, expose the crap around us. But I think that's why I feel like I'm so close to you, because you and I are actually the same. But most people don't know that I'm also a prepper and survivalist. I don't, do the raccoon thing, but I dig deep holes and I grow vegetables to survive the apocalypse. Oh, see, Jason C is being nice in the thing. He says I look great, even though I look like shit. How nice.
No. Why is it a woman can wake up first thing in the morning next to her man and he thinks she's gorgeous with that pillow hair and the sleep in the eyes? It doesn't matter. And that's just something about us guys. We don't care.
Thank God for that.
We don't care if the hair's messed up and the makeup smudged or I don't know. It just, or if there's no makeup there at all. Yeah, it's just us. But I've taken sort of the shotgun approach to watching your videos. I'm just hitting here and there and yonder, and
they're hard to watch. I'll be the
not
first
really.
to admit it. They're too full of, I don't know, like they're too, like, I'm trying to attack academia, but I'm like trying to expose it in a way that we all can understand, because academia is kind of like condescending cunts. And so it's like you want to explain their information without being a dick, but you want to explain their information. So, because they're dicks. They're all fucking dicks.
Yeah. The academia.
Cunts.
The postmodernism. What do you think about? I'd like to just hear what I know. You commented and said you liked the video that I had tagged you in on Google Plus. John Lavelle, the postmodernism anti-philosophy. I'm subscribed to that guy, the poet warrior.
Oh, yeah. I was so happy you sent that to me, because it was great, because he actually explained, it was almost like you got inside my head, because he explained that a true warrior, even though they're not like fighting on the battlefield, that the new war is the intellectual arena, and it's your duty to not only fight what you perceive, but you also have to fight what you don't perceive. Because in like when the Prussians decided that they were going to listen to Martin Luther, I mean, the whole game of war changed. And so he was spot on. It was nice to see him explaining that philosophy doesn't have to be some grotesque, like, oh my God, I'm so philosophical, to they're using it against us and we need to fight against it. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, and the little bit later on in the video, he gets to the just numbskullery of the postmodern movement.
They're evil. They're gross. This is the best way to explain postmodernism. The most famous thing that they ever said was an artist that thinks that life is the same as taking a shit. So giving birth to a child is like taking a shit. Really? What fucking damage did you go through to believe that? You sick piece of shit.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's fucked up.
It is.
It's fucked up.
I don't always comment on your videos, but I do watch them. And I glean a little information here and there from them, and I've learned quite a bit so far, and I just keep on going.
Yeah. Do you know what it makes you do? You know what it makes us all, like all of us watching and here right now, what we can appreciate is that all these pompous fucking assholes that go to college and act like they're so superior to us are actually just pieces of shit. They really are. They're nothing. And we're like, oh, that's why you hate us, because we are the true beauties and you dicks are not. So it's great. It's a win-win. It's a win-fucking-win.
Oh, these The postmodernist mentality. I don't know. I just want to go right back to my barbaric state of mind and say, drop them all head first into an industrial chipper shredder.
No,
Make
you're like
pigs.
me. Come on. We've moved past that. We've moved past that. We've got to a point where we're like, you know what? Okay, this is what they offer me. This is what they offer me. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to learn how to cook this raccoon and make it delicious. And I say, hell yeah. No, actually, it's a soliloquy of it. It's actually a soliloquy of life. What you do is a soliloquy of life, and it makes things so much better and more beautiful. And I'm just sick of the world trying to rob beauty. And your videos never rob me of seeing beauty in the world. Even when you shock me, I know when I posted that, I was like, I'm so fucking shocked. But your videos are very beautiful because you care about mankind and you care about giving us techniques to survive when shit hits the fan. And you can never, never underestimate how fucking perfect and wonderful that is. And these postmodernists, all they have to offer us is negativity and ugliness and crap. And you don't do that. You give us beauty, even though it's hard in your world and it's lonely in your world and it feels like isolation. It doesn't matter because the universe sees that you are delivering beauty. You are delivering beauty. And I think that's why the universe made me come here tonight, where I would never be awake at this hour. And I assure you, I would never go live looking like this right now because I did not have makeup on. I was like slathering lipstick on real quick to get online because I really wanted to wish you a happy birthday because you deserve it so much. And you do deliver so much beauty.
Thank
I know,
you,
I'm being all
Elicia.
sensitive.
I'm blown away. Really. I mean, you want to talk about, I've heard people say mind blown online before. I've seen it in memes and stuff like that, but really, this is one of the most awesome mind blown moments to hear you describe what you get out of my videos and how you see me and what I do. Thank you.
I speak the truth. I really do.
Oh my goodness. Whoo, hey, yeah. Emotion. Wow. Something to deal with. Just feel that like I went through a 12-step program whenever I was, I went into a 12-step program whenever I was 32 years old. The mentality of probably a 17-year-old, emotionally. Yeah, I fell in love with a girl a week, if not a girl a day. If they smiled at me, gave me a hug, and told me, keep hanging in there, just don't use today. It was Narcotics Anonymous. I'm not ashamed to say it. And it was, just don't give in today. Hang on, white knuckle it if you have to. Yeah, and these, there was these little slogans: stick with the winners. And how do I know the winners? Well, those are the people that are laughing and smiling and telling jokes and drinking coffee and going out to have a slice of pie or cake and coffee and socialize after the meeting. And those are the people I stuck with. And I did everything I could do to just grow the hell up, because I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired of what I was getting in life. It's so great to be 50 and be grown up physically and mentally, but still have that attitude like it's still worth living. It's still worth getting out there and doing things and making these videos and having that appreciation voiced by you here. And I'm about to learn something because I've got to ask the question, what is a soliloquy?
Soliloquy? It's like
Yeah.
a type of song, like a soft song. Yeah. It really has nothing to do with what I said, but like, I try not to use too many analogies, but I haven't, like, I'm a grandmother now, so I haven't been able to write a book lately. So what I like to do is, when you're an author and you write fiction, you like to compare life to something else, right? Instead of saying a blue sky, you say a morose, sad donkey. That's all I can think of right now. So a soliloquy is just, something like a beautiful, like there's this light music that's. Do you listen to classical music? Because
So
so whenever Raven and I do homeschool, I require we play classical music in the background at all times. Because it's only music, so it puts your subconscious nerves, puts the subconscious into a state of mind where it can just be calm. And this is particularly good for boys, because boys, if they're under any stress, they get the higher cortisol level. So if you can, like, if I had a boy, I would probably play different music. Like, so the soliloquy is just the music that soothes the unconscious nerves of being nervous. Yeah. Right?
nerves of the nervous.
Yeah.
The unconscious part of the mind. All right, I'm trying to work up a thought here. Sometimes the synaptic process in the old cassava is not too swift. Sometimes those nerves just those little sparks just kind of arc off to the side. Let me see if I can put it in my own words here. When classical music is played, it stimulates a part of the brain that is not normally stimulated by any other stimuli, any other external stimuli.
Yeah.
Whether it's music or poetry or whatever, and that classical music just hits that certain spot in the brain and just assists with the creative muse, so to speak.
It calms the muse down. It calms the muse down. It's like, when you get really stressed out, like, there's a point in your brain that if you could just, like, it's almost as if your brain breathes a little bit easier when it hears classical music.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird, but it has to be at a really low level. And I mean, it's not like it's like anything definitive or anything. It's just any music will do. Any song that you play that makes you just go, that's good to do. And so when you're teaching somebody, it's good to play music that makes them go, because then they're not as stressed out when they're learning. That's all. It's good. It's the soliloquy. It is the zen. It is the, oh my God, I love that beautiful thing. That's all it is.
Yeah. The soliloquy is like that. Okay, I had that thought, but it just went.
It's because you weren't in the soliloquy. You weren't calm. You didn't expect. So by me showing up in your feed, you didn't expect it. And so it heightened your cortisol because you're a man. So, and that's not a bad thing. I don't like anybody listening when I say because you're a man, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. So, all it does, it stimulates certain things in your body. So, it heightens it. So, it puts you in protective mode. So, you probably could speak more eloquently if I wasn't sitting here interrupting your news feed. But at the same time, you're like, cool, man. She showed up because she actually watches, and you know I watch. It was a good thing because it was timed perfectly, and that's why you're stumped. It has nothing to do with anything outside of the fact that this was a surprise shocker thing. What the fuck is Elicia doing? Watching a video at 11:39 when I know she should be in bed because she got to get up because she's a grandmother for Christ's
I'm not asking no silly questions. No, no, I'm happy, honored, flattered, mind blown, just holy schmoly. Yeah. The last time I felt like this was, I don't know, never.
You make me blush, sir. No, this is great.
Oh,
Dude, I was having a fucked up night. And I don't have fucked up night. It's all a phone call. Like my house, like we can mock snowflakes and everything, but my house is like a safe space. Nothing bad happens in these four walls. So it always has to come from without these four walls. And that happened. And it's okay. It's okay. But
did it happen
no, I
on?
feel like almost feel grateful that it happened because I do appreciate your videos so much. So it's weird. It's weird how the universe does shit like this. Do you know what I mean? It's like weird. You know? Like we're here and it's now. And how did we get here? And we're here. It's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. What the fuck did I miss? Everything?
What did you miss? Where?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was talking earlier. What, in this live event here? Oh God, the last thing I remember talking about was marriage and stepkids and some of the screwed up shit that happened to me because of all that. You know, being injured in the workforce and basically being told, "Hey, you're a broken tool. I don't need you anymore. I've got what I want out of you." Hey, it was her, not mine.
That makes sense.
She lost one of the greatest guys in the world, as far as I'm concerned. If I don't sound too conceited saying that.
No, it seems to be the normal mantra of men. Men are treated like they're disposable when you're not. Men are subjected to shit that I can't even imagine. Well, no, I now know. Trust me. I'm like fully awakened to the shit of the world tonight. But what's sad is that you deserve happiness, and I think you might actually find it at some point. I think I see happiness in you when you're making your videos. So I think it's really great that you make videos because I think in that moment you're not alone because we, your fans, are all with you. Even though, like, obviously we're not with you when you're making the videos, but literally we are all with you when you're making that video. And we all
Yeah,
appreciate it when you
literally
post it.
in here.
Yeah.
I picture myself in front of a large audience of people.
Yeah.
I do that mental exercise where I'm speaking to like either an auditorium or a large gathering, like in a field or something. I picture hundreds of people out there,
Yeah.
hundreds, if not thousands of people in front of me, and I'm instructing them on this or telling them about that, or maybe suggesting a piece of equipment and say, hey, this Arctic canteen,
Yeah.
it's not only gonna keep your water from freezing, but you can put hot coffee in it, hot soup, whatever. Make some suggestions. It's stainless steel. It's
Yeah.
not gonna poison you, or you're not gonna get some garbage like aluminum.
Yeah.
Being floating around.
Exactly. Oh, totally, bro. Totally, bro. So I need to go outside because you're doing something that I need to do, but I can't do it right here. I gotta go smoke. Hey.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna have to go outside. I could do it live
Outside.
on outside, but I gotta go outside so I can do what
Let's
you're
see.
doing because you're free.
Right up here above you is a little camera icon. And if
Yeah.
you click on that camera icon, look what happens. Boo! The icon shows up instead of your face, and your actions are hidden.
All right. Are you gonna be up for a while?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So,
I was saying, well, you have to go outside because you're in the house.
yeah. And I just exposed myself to all of your fans because everybody that finds out gets shocked. They're like, what the hell? Oh my God. Yeah. So.
Nah.
Nobody's perfect. Anyway.
No.
So did you plan on being on for a little bit longer or what? Because I don't want to keep you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you do your thing. I'll be back in 5 minutes, bro.
All right. I'll be here.
Okay. So I'm going to push the camera thing. Maybe.
Oh boy, Elicia Clegg, what an awesome woman. Oh my God. Just got my first comment. First comment on my live event that got cut short a while ago. Yay. All right, now, how in the world do I get back? Okay. I see. Go back over here to Creator Studio. And go back to live streaming. This is how I can get back to the watch page. Events. Do. Resume live hangout on there. Oh no, it's not. I don't have to resume it. It's still okay. Here we go. I'm back to the watch page now. Reviewers, hang around, folks. This is Elicia Clegg. We'll be back shortly. Just stepped out for a few moments. Oh man, if you are not subscribed to this wonderfully intelligent, beautiful lady, please go. That Jason Z says, I'm about to go out smoke myself. Of course, that was at 12:46 a.m. and it's 12:41 now. He's probably out there. Jay Waterston. Jay Waterston playing it smooth, man. Hey, man, I'm just being me. Just being me. That's it. Oh, man. That's all there is to. That's all there is to me. Hell, I could not possibly be an actor in Hollywood, California. I couldn't live by a script. I couldn't, if I like somebody, I like them. If I don't, then I damn well let them know right away. Just like I did that little Skywarp fart a while ago in that other live event. They got cut short. I let that little turd know real damn quick. I remember his lying bullshit that he pulled on Will Hornbuckle. Man, Will Hornbuckle won that contest fair and square, and the boy did not make good on his word, and that's just it. He didn't send Will that expensive knife, and bam. Boy tried to play it off as a joke, and it ain't working. Message retracted. Oh, come on. I was playing it smooth, but I mean, not playing, but I think about what you said and reflect back on my behavior, and it's like my mood and attitude depends on my company. If I'm in good company, if I'm in company that I enjoy, then a better side of me comes out. But if you put me in the company of some asshole, all I want to do is just cleave their skull, and that's it, or get away from them altogether. If I'm in company that I enjoy, then the better side of me comes out. You need coffee? I see you yawn.
Oh, yeah, we're beyond coffee. We've gone into staying up all night, and the sun is rising, and we're like, oh, all right. No, it's good. It's good.
Jay Waterston 69 says a while ago, before he retracted his message, he said something about, you go, MM, playing it smooth. I'm like, oh,
well, it's hard. It's hard. We
married,
like people.
dude.
We like people. We like what they say. We like what they do, and they're kind. And there's no harm in showing. I don't know, just showing, like being, standing, like being. Oh my God, we're being. Like there's something good happening in this world. Oh shit, let's be ashamed of something good.
Nah, I'm not gonna be ashamed of anything. I'm ashamed. Oh yeah, that Garth Brooks song just jumped in my head. You know, shameless. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. How late is it? So what time zone are you in?
12:56 a.m.
Oh my God. Oh, that's not too
Redneck
bad.
Prepper popped up in outside chat there and says, well, happy birthday. Thank you, Redneck Prepper. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm 50 years old. Turned 50 years old technically yesterday at 5:17 p.m.
You were born at 5:17 p.m.?
Yeah, February the 5th, 5:17 p.m. in Fort Hood, Texas.
Oh, you're a Texan?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. I'm a Texan.
It's okay. At least you're not a Californian. Sorry if anyone from California is listening. No problem with California. It's okay.
My dad.
It's okay. I was born in Utah, so like, okay.
I got a buddy that lives out. His nickname back here was Mormon.
In Arkansas?
Yeah, he's born and raised in Utah, but his mother loved Arkansas so much when she seen it for the first time, she moved him here, and he was still in school, and he was such a bright, outgoing, magnetic personality that people were just drawn to him, and he made friends like that. And outstanding.
All right, so what do you want to talk about? I've got like 10 more minutes before I have to go to bed, or I'm going to kill myself in the morning when I have to watch babies.
Oh,
do we talk about something profound?
Profound?
Sure. I mean, you turned 50.
Profound. Something that I learned from my mentors, or oh my God. the only thing, let's see, the only one of my mentors that was truly profound in his life was Mr. Cribbs. I never seen the man upset. He never raised his voice, never got angry. He taught me to, well, then again, there's that bloodline that I got that's really hot blooded. I'm just, sometimes I do go off the rails when it comes to certain things that happens here on YouTube, or you should see the way I react trolls. Oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah, I tell them what I think and then I delete their comment. It takes mine with it, but it ends up in their Gmail and they get to read it, but they can't react to it unless they come back for more punishment. But
no, it is. It is. It is. It is. That's God, the online world, right?
oh yeah, and I found out from some women online whenever I was talking with them through the YouTube messaging system that, oh my God, the women have it way rougher online than us guys do. Yeah, I seen a horrible comment on the discussion tab, posted on, let's see, it was posted like 3 months ago by some idiot. The girl is a hunter and, she's, young enough to be my daughter, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But a buddy of mine posted, let's see, might as well be, he posted a video of this girl showing the old school way of skinning a squirrel. And so I went to her channel, looked at her channel, some of her videos, and I clicked on the discussion tab and I seen this rude comment calling her all kinds of vile crap. And I just reported the comment. I doubt the liberal Google tube will, those cafe latte sipping idiots will actually delete that comment. But the redneck prepper's asking, who is this that's on with you live? This, the redneck prepper, this is Mrs. Elicia Clegg, the author, writer. She, check out her channel.
I prep. God damn it, I prep.
Cyber Curtain Twitcher.
To win it.
That's right, you gotta be. Cyber Curtain Twitcher commented, many happy returns, young man. Thank you, Cyber Curtain Twitcher. That's one of my friends in the UK. Do believe he's
God, it's really late there.
Precious metals.
The hell they up so late? Okay, so can I say something about? So I know that we're all quick to see negative posts from on women streams, but statistically, just throwing it out there, statistically, men get more shit online than women, which is weird because I think because good men like you, good men want to protect women. I think that sometimes we're all blind to seeing the reality of the situation. Is that there's negativity for both men and women, and they're vile. But like overall, Men actually statistically get more negative shit than women, which seems weird. I know that seems weird and whatnot. I just mention it because I know that good men like you are quick to see only the negativity being lambasted at women. But as you said, which you mentioned, and I think maybe it's because men are so brave and strong that they don't see that they get negative comments. And I think it's bullshit all around. But I only brought that up because, you know, I'm fighting against the feminists right now. So it's just my anti-feminist thing saying, well, men actually get harassed more than women. So.
Not anymore. I've been on YouTube for close to 5 years now, and I think people have pretty much got the gist that I ain't taking their bullshit.
Maybe that's what it is.
I don't block them. I just, there are times whenever I see a stupid comment posted on one of my videos, and I just delete it. I don't even respond. I just delete it. There was this one child, I think, either that or an very immature male that commented on my Lugol solution video. Mountain Man, I hear that it's told that you have skills that have long been forgotten and seldom few will ever know. However, on the subject of the medical sciences, you are no one to be giving advice. I'm doing hardly anything but reading the material of doctors. And I say so at the beginning of the video. Dr. David Derry of Canada, known as the iodine doctor.
Yeah.
I'm reading his material.
And it's typical, isn't it? It's typical. It's fucking typical.
I go to the channel and it's nothing but Simpsons cartoons, video games, and just childish bullshit. And this little wants to come on my damn channel and tell me about what I know and what I don't know.
Typical. It's typical. It is so typical.
No,
God.
Comments no longer there because I gave them a piece of what was left of mine, and by golly.
Oh God. It's so true. Like when you put yourself out there, it's interesting, the comments you get and the people that congregate around you and how evil they can be and vicious. But it's okay because, we all have our weapons to protect us.
And then there's the comments from people that are in the business of health and well-being that comment and tell me, you're great. You need to do more videos like this. And I'm gathering information.
Yeah.
I'm about to do another video. People say they want to they get their iodine from iodized salt. Do you know how much salt you would have to consume per day to get even close to the daily allowance or daily amount that your body actually needs?
Yeah.
22 grams of salt.
Yeah.
22 grams of salt. I mean, that's a lot of salt.
Yeah. You got to be like Olympic level to be observing that shit.
Oh my God. 22 grams of salt a day, I'd wind up with osteoarthritis, bones that are splintering and breaking because they're so dry because of all the salt. No, I got my Lugol solution right here. Yep. I take that stuff every day. I take, something like about that much right there out of that big old dropper.
Wow.
And I got 2 gallons of orange juice. I pour a little shot glass of orange juice. I put that iodine in there, stir it up, toss it back. I'm good. And really, that's about 3 times the dose of what a person actually needs. But I have not gotten the flu. There's been, let's see, the last time I checked, there's been 91 people in the state of Arkansas died from the flu this year.
Oh, it was a bad flu. We had it in my house. It was great. Like, I know you don't follow me on Facebook, but I thought I had food poisoning because of the way that it came on. So it came into my house like a wrecking ball. And I thought I had food poisoning, but then my granddaughter came down with it, and then everybody else in the house did. But I mean, we survived it just fine. Obviously, we're cool, we're good, we're brave, we're strong. But it was really weird. This particular flu season was really strange because it came on so fast and didn't have nearly the same symptoms as any other flu. It was really weird. It was weird because I don't obviously take enough iodine. God damn it. Why didn't you make this video 2 weeks ago? God damn it. Okay. I was like living in The Exorcist.
Yeah. You can go back to the Lugol solution video that shot a couple years ago. And
2 years ago, right? Like, I need it now.
Okay, I can go fetch the link for you.
No, it's too late. I needed it 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, like
for future reference,
I could have done without this flu season, but it's okay. It's okay. We're all alive. So it's fine. We're good.
You should have seen the expression on my buddy Bill's face when I told him that I kissed a woman probably 12 days ago, and she had this god-awful flu, and I never got sick. And he said, well, how'd you manage that? And I said, I take iodine every day. Every single drop of your blood in your body circulates through the thyroid every 17 minutes.
Yeah.
And if it's chock full of iodine, it kills those pathogens in the blood.
It's true. It's true. Everything you're saying is true. It's true. It's a matter of preparation. It's like everything. It's like everything. Like if you just prepare, you're good. And it's a good thing. But like, I don't know. We got lazy in my household because we have Drusilla and she's quite demanding. Where we forget the little things.
Little Drusilla. Oh my goodness.
She's
she must be such a girl.
She is a handful. It's good. It's good. I actually, what's great about Drusilla is that she's like a monkey. She jump everywhere and everything. And so it's just the messes she makes. We're all constantly cleaning. It's okay. It's okay. I hadn't even taken vitamin C for like a week. Like, so it's totally understandable.
I can just imagine her jacked up on caffeine and sugar.
Oh God, no. There's no sugar in the house because God forbid that she actually gets hold of it. Oh my God. That's when I'll come on here and be like, I need to die. I need to die now. True.
No. Oh, Cybercoach Twitcher was saying, very true, Alicia. It was worldwide too.
Yeah, it was shitty. It's a shitty one.
Oh,
it
and
almost feels like. What were you gonna say?
Like what?
No, I felt like this sixth season felt planned. It seemed kind of orchestrated a little bit.
Well, whenever you got normally a normal flu season and then people are dying.
Yeah.
I don't know. My paranoid side says population control.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't want to sound paranoid or conspiratorial, but a person in my household that never gets sick, oh, shit. Okay, so the government knows there's only one man in my house. So, but a person that never gets sick, never actually succumbed to this one. I mean, I get sick from everything because, I'm like a fucking idiot and just, yeah. But there is somebody that's responsible in this household that never gets sick. So, I don't know. It seemed almost like a test run. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to be like conspiratorial or anything, but it almost felt like a test run. But like not really, because we don't believe in that kind of stuff because it like never happens.
Oh, but our leaders love us and protect us, don't you know?
They do love us. Like, oh my God, what are you saying? Because like they would never do anything like that. Oh my God, why are you saying stuff like that? But it's true. Just saying.
But the Rothschilds don't care. The DuPonts don't care. We're bugs, we're insects to be snuffed out.
Yeah, fuck it.
We're used to
it. We're just an experiment. It's fine. See, there you go. So we just lived. See, that's why I expose academia. Because I can actually understand them because, like, I don't know, like, I guess it's because, like, I was, like, totally into academia when I was, like, younger and stuff. And so, like, I don't want to let them slip by because they're fuckers. And I will not be a fucker. Or, I mean, in the bad sense. Not in the good sense, but the bad sense. It's true.
I love that Valley Girl imitation. You put on that Valley Girl thing. It brings me back to the 80s and the big hair and oh my God.
It's cool.
Yeah, the girls were so just, yeah. And then there's your Southern, the Southern accent, the Southern
Belle.
Yeah.
They are the most beautiful of them all. I can't do a Southern accent. I need to practice because I think I can get it down. Because they're like.
I've heard you.
Sometimes, but they have, like, my daughter Devin can do Southern. She can do all accents. She can even do a New Jersey accent, which is really weird to hear her do. And so I would like to get the Southern accent down because when I think of Southern women, I think of this presentation of womanhood that transcends, it's like they're a flower, right? They're a flower, and it's quite fascinating that flowership, so to speak, because they have in their accent, they're conveying complete innocence with knowledge,
Oh,
which is like the most deadly combination. If you can garner portraying innocence while conveying and spewing out just utter intellectual stimulation, you have created what needs to be said in the world, and you can control the world. So I got to work on that. I do, because
but
I love
Rhett
it.
Butler said from that scholar, I don't give a damn.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. She was like both vulnerable but strong at the same time. And I think that's what the world needs to see again. We need to see we're being robbed of manhood, and we're being robbed of femininity at the same time. So we're being robbed of both beautiful things, and that's what I want to bring back, you know. And that's why I'm very particular on the people that I follow and the videos that I follow. I mean, I do follow some people that I get pissed off that I follow them, but they're so articulate that I feel like I have to follow them just to keep up my game. Do you know what I'm saying? It sucks, right?
It's sort of like the roaming millennial.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's weird because what is she doing now? Did she go to like a? I love roaming millennial, but is she like part of a corporation now, or what's happening? Because the last video I saw her in, it seemed like she was like staging, and I was worried, like, is she being held hostage? Or because I love her, she's so smart, and especially at her age.
Yeah, I seen where she was being attacked by her peers, so to
Oh,
speak, and at this college, and she handled herself with such grace.
yeah, it's so important. Do you see what I'm saying? That she did. She handled it so well, and I was. I don't want to like be like an ageist or anything, but the fact that she's so young and handled it, like she handled it like she was like 30. I mean, she did so well, and I agree. So I do actually follow her. I really like her. She's a beautiful girl.
She said so, she said something that really ticked me off. And it was such a small thing, such a simple thing. I don't know if I was just sitting there waiting on her to trip up, but it was discussion about something about, do poor people need our money? Like that, something to that effect. And I'm thinking nice things. The nicest thing I have is my 357 Magnum, and I bought that myself with my money.
Yeah.
You know, well, I did borrow $250, but I paid that back. Yeah, but damn. And she said something about poor people don't really need refrigerator because that's a luxury item. And that's the one thing that got me. Where am I going to keep my milk? I've got 5 gallons of milk in that refrigerator, orange juice, cheese, and eggs. What am I supposed to do? Set it out on the porch or take it down in the retailer?
That's where I agree with you. I think that's where she went. Like, I feel like she was authentic before that point, but at that point on, she's being scripted. Like, so I'm blessed with remembering scripts, right? I can remember scripts, and there's a particular script that she was parroting at that point. I don't think she did it. I don't think she did it out of malice so much as she's still young and she was just trying to put herself into the place where she's preaching. And I mean, that's why I try to point out all the time buzzwords. There's always buzzwords because the corrupt, evil people, they actually don't have any imagination. And they tend to use the same verbiage, the same descriptions. And if you can just look out for them. And so I worry a little bit that she's, and I think she'll find her way back out again. But I think she's just, she wants to make a change. Like everything that she's doing, her heart is in the right place. Her heart is in the right place, but I feel like she's just compromising herself slightly that she can reach more people. Do you know what I mean? Because that refrigerator talking point comes from a particular group that comes from a particular group that comes from a particular group. That's why I personally am very careful of the people I quote. And I do it in a very selective manner because you don't want to lock yourself into that. And I think you're the same way because you don't lock yourself into that box. Because sometimes that box, even though it's like really great, it will end up destroying you. It really will. And it's sad because she's such a great gal. She's so smart. But she's young.
Let's see, there was a video that I shot here recently. The 8-minute video showing the raccoon after I shot it, and then I'm telling about how the raccoon came up there to feed out of the dog food bowl, and it's most likely sitting there taking dog food, dunking it in the water, not because raccoons are clean and need to feel the need to wash their food, but it's because raccoons do not have saliva glands. They need to moisten their food before they eat it. And I tell people, never underestimate the intelligence of this old country boy.
Yeah.
And I learned a long time ago, and if I'm sure you can hear the change in my voice. I can use this thing called elocution to speak clearly, removing that country twang from my voice.
Yeah.
And I was talked to by a lady that wanted me to be able to successfully mingle with amongst her kind, her ilk, her friends, her high society friends. Could you ever picture me in a suit and tie, short hair?
Yes. Yes. God damn it, yes.
What about the short spiked hair, depth styling gel?
Yeah.
Dockers.
Okay, yeah.
Deck shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
I literally looked in the mirror one day and said, who the hell am I looking at? I lost myself in that relationship.
Oh.
But she taught me so many great things. Manners, etiquette, elocution, sit up straight. What fork to use with what item on what food was on the table at the moment. I found out the finger bowl is not something that you drank from. It's for washing your fingers. Yeah. Oh no. I didn't until I learned. The place settings and what each fork and spoon, and learned what a shrimp fork was. You know, all this good business. Holy mackerel. I've forgotten a lot of it. I remember some of it, but that was in 2001. Miss Roseanne Marie Riley. Yeah. Oh my God. Roseanne Marie Riley. Antique collector, caterer, beautician. She could do no wrong until she went off her medication. Oh my God. Manic depression. The further that progressed without her meds, oh my God. The Depakote was something she definitely needed.
That's fucked up.
Bless her. It was. She was perfect until she went off her meds. We can't really laugh about that, can we? Is that appropriate? Don't know.
All right. I gotta go to bed. Holy crap. I'm so tired. I hope you had a happy birthday.
1:29 a.m. here. Elicia, it was a sheer delight having you on. Having you involved in my birthday as an active participant in this live event.
Happy birthday. You deserve it. You deserve a great birthday.
Thank you.
You bring great cheer. Oh, that makes me feel good. You made my night by saying such things. All right. So happy birthday. Get some rest. I'm going to bed because I'm way past my bedtime.
Okay.
All right.
Well, to the two viewers out there, this is the end of this live event. Good night, Elicia. Thank you very much for making my birthday just wonderful. Everybody else, good night. God bless. Take care. And we'll see you here on the YouTube sometime.